Candyman, 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 Candyman. Candyman was directed by Bernard Rose and based on the short story Candyman by Clive Barker. Candyman is actually my favorite horror movie from the 1990s, and that includes Silence of the Lambs. The score by Philip Glass is one of the best scores ever written for a horror movie. I think it's so gothic and very crisp. It just sounds great and really blends in good with the aesthetic of this movie. The original short story by the same name actually tackles gay people in England in the 1970s and 80s, where this movie shifts its perspective on black people in America. And I know this movie has a very troubled history with black people because it depicts black violence but told through white characters, and even the director was white. But I think there's no denying in saying that Tony Todd is great as Candyman. This is probably his most well-known character in all the horror movies he's been in. Tony Todd is one of the biggest legends of the horror genre ever, appearing in movies like Final Destination, Hatchet, Wishmaster, and so many others. It's very sad that we unfortunately lost him last year to a private battle with lung cancer. Rest in peace.
Life is precious. Enjoy every single second. You never know when.
I actually think that Candyman is kind of a new icon for the horror genre. I know this movie came out in 1992, and that's 33 years ago. So to say that he's a new icon, I don't know if you can really do that. But he came a lot of time after the biggest icons of the horror genre, like Leatherface, Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, and Freddy Krueger all came out through the 70s to the 80s. You can't really compare this movie to the short story, because even though it's the same character and the same arc, it's not the same story beats as the. So I think you should see Candyman without noting that the short story is there. I think they are two separate pieces of history, even though it's the same. I think both should be viewed upon like it was an original story and watched or written that way. And I think they can both coexist at the same time, though they're both very great pieces of media. And I think the ending in this movie is one of the best in the horror genre of all time. I think it's just so well made, with spoilers, with the main character dying at the end. And also, I think that's one of the best things to say about the 2021 remake, which I did not really enjoy. Just saying, I did not really enjoy it, but I really enjoy this one. But I think one of the best things about the remake is the story that she saved the baby from the woman, because we know that it's Candyman who did it, but everybody thinks that it's her because Candyman killed her dog and then put her there in with the dog's head. So everybody's sure that it's her. So in the 2021 remake, the story is getting retold as it was her who actually did it. It was her that did it, even though that the woman that was the victim is still alive in that point. Spoilers for that movie as well. But the main character there is actually the baby in this movie, and he visits his mom again. So we get confirmation that she is there, but she does not want to tell the real story. And I really like that. I really think that that's a great thing about the 2021 remake, and really just cements the great beauty of this movie. And of course, all the people that you want to die is going to die in this movie. I think Candyman is a great horror movie, just period. Not just the 90s, just in all. And I'm actually so big of a fan of this movie that I'm going to give it 5 out of 5 stars. I really like this movie. And if you do too, that's just great, man. Then we can finally be, on the same page. I know a lot of people probably was not expecting that I was so negative on Hereditary. So I'm just going to surprise you now with my positivity on Candyman. So I'm just going to say, always stay terrified. See you.